I'm Dr. Wilke, and welcome. People ask me, what exactly is the Holy Hermetic Heterodox Heresy? And that's an interesting question, one that requires some measure of explanation. To start, it would be honest to say that it constitutes a very small minority religious movement, in that its membership is fluid at best and currently limited to myself and another appointed doctor. As a beginning, let's address the name. Holy is plain enough, while Hermetic is a word we've all likely heard without perhaps completely understanding. Generally, Hermetic refers to those traditions and movements that draw from either the philosophical or technical Hermetica, a body of texts ascribed to the entity Hermes Trismegistus, a Ptolemaic Egyptian syncretic deity combining Olympian Hermes and Kemetic Thoth, which were written or compiled during the late antiquity. The works cover either cosmological speculations in the instance of the philosophical, or practical alchemical, astrological, and thaumaturgical material in those called technical. We ascribe to a certain acceptance of these materials as truthful, even if that truth is allegorical. And we accept the idea of a monistic reality without divisions or distinctions, in which everything is part of the all. This is best compared to Taoist conceptions of the Tao or the Hindu Advaita Vedanta non-dualistic theologies wherein all is Brahma. But while we accept this notion, we also accept a truly pantheistic position in which all of the gods exist, inclusive of animistic ideas of consciousness being universal, as well as accepting the chaos magic position that fictional deities may also be appealed to. There are no distinctions, as all is the all. It was being able to point to this unified entity, the all, and to the collected body of texts, as well as an association between Hermes Trismegistus and the biblical Enoch, that allowed the last Hermetic communities at Haran to survive under the Abbasid Caliphate as recognized peoples of the book, allowing this surviving last pagan tradition to avoid being extinguished by Abrahamic monotheism. Furthering the Hermetic terminology, we of the heresy honor and worship Olympian Hermes in all his syncretic forms, and regard him as the de facto head of the Olympian Pantheon, in line with both his prevalence in modern culture and our interpretation of his having fulfilled the prophecy of Gaia regarding the line of Titanic Venus. In the story of the Titanomachy in Hesiod's Theogony, Zeus, having avoided being swallowed by his father Kronos, begins his efforts to free his siblings and usurp the throne, with the aid of the Oceanid Metis, who he takes as both ally and bride. Metis, her name meaning cunning wisdom, serves Zeus well as counselor, and they succeed in their endeavors. Unfortunately, though, Zeus is reminded he awaits a similar fate to his father at the hands of Metis' progeny, unless he can prevent it. And thus, Zeus swallows or absorbs, sources differ, Metis, unaware she was already pregnant with Athena, who sometime later is born fully grown from her father's split head. And as no further children issued from this treacherous marriage to Metis, Zeus no doubt felt tremendous relief. But of Metis' line, daughter of her sister Pleione, Arcadian Maia, niece of Metis, bore to Zeus a son who we contend fulfilled the prophecy and still reigns first among the Olympians, Hermes. The idea is perhaps even more soundly expressed by Australian poet, theosophist, and heretic Bernard Patrick O'Dowd in his book of poems, Dominions of the Boundary, published in 1907. When medieval hurricane the gods in exile drove, thrice greatest Hermes and his train usurped the seats of Jove. Thus we regard Hermes and Athena as ruling together as the true gods of the Aeon. She the goddess of Technic, he of Logos, together unified as Hermathena by Renaissance artists and thinkers, rule our modern world of technologos, known today in English as technology. And while we regard these above points as being central to the conception of our tradition, we also hold up the final works of the tradition's name, Heterodox Heresy. Heterodox, or the eschewing of a hierarchically defined and enforced theological position, and heresy, taking its particular reading from the original Greek meaning, choice. We are not gatekeepers of some single right and true theology or practice. We envision this heresy as one in which people of widely divergent positions can find a home in their pursuit of preserving, protecting, and promoting polytheistic paganism. Your path and our path to the top of the mountain may not be the same, but maybe they're parallel, and we can still enjoy the scenery together. For a far more detailed, comprehensive, and scholarly exploration of historical Hermeticism, I cannot recommend enough the videos of Filip Holm and Dr. Justin Sledge, to which I will provide links in the description below. Thank you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, leave a comment, subscribe to The Heresy, and of course join us for another video. Links on screen.